So when I was a kid, you remember a lot of things that were taught to you and said to you, and one of the things that my dad said to me was, "I want never gets." And I always remember that, and it used to annoy the hell out of me as a kid. And I used to think to myself, well, if I want something, why can't I have it? And as I got older, I realised why you would say that. It's in many ways, I don't think I've ever had this discussion with him, but I kind of think to myself now, it was to teach me to not want so much and to be more happier with what I had. And that's the thing with happiness is, true happiness is really wanting what you have. It's just, we're in a culture and a society now where we're striving for more all the time, and nothing's ever good enough. And see, when it's coming at this time of year, kids are getting more and more, and whatever they want, they are getting. And to me, that whole I want thing is if you think about this, right? What you want shows up in your conversation. You talk about it all the time. Well, I want this and I want that. And you talked about it as a kid, right? And sometimes you might have even got it. Now, as a kid, I didn't get everything I wanted. I remember waking up on Christmas and not getting the things that I asked for, but I got things that were still great because I already had everything I needed. And that's the thing I think a lot of people are missing right now, is they're forgetting that this life is not about wants. I mean, yes, want what you want, desire what you want, work hard, get the reward. Yeah, rewards will come through hard work and persistence and courage and tenacity. But ultimately, we need to be more grateful and more appreciative of what we already have. And you see, what we want always shows up in our conversation. We talk about it all the time, but what we expect and what will happen will show as a result of our behavior. And that's completely different. See, now as we get older, our wants become a little bit more harder to get. Right? See, when we're a kid, we want a certain toy or we want a certain device, or now obviously, unfortunately, things like iPhones and iPads and Xboxes are hundreds and hundreds of pounds. But when we get older, our wants and desires become things like, I want to have the perfect body. Well, quote unquote perfect. I want to lose the weight. I want to have a meaningful relationship. I want a job that not just pays me what I deserve, but that also, stimulates me and makes me grateful and excited. And so these things can't come like that, like they did as kids. And we all say we want them, but these wants are never going to materialize into reality unless we change our behavior. And that's where people struggle, is that we're so used to this certain way of operating, this standard behavior, that when it comes to changing habits, it's very difficult. And where most people go wrong is they try and stop the bad habit, when in reality, all you need to do is start a new good habit. See, starting something is where it begins, right? Not stopping something. Because that's going to be a real struggle if you've been doing the same thing for 30 odd years, right? You have to understand, yes, want what you want, desire what you want, work hard, strive for it. But in order to really get what you want, you can't be just talking about it. You can't be just thinking about it. You have to change your behaviors to cooperate with those wants. This is very true when it comes to wanting a better body. We want a greater body, but yet we're eating bourbon biscuits every fucking day. We want more energy, yet we're going out on a weekend and getting smashed on alcohol, possibly even snorting drugs or whatever. And while we're in state in that moment in energy, ultimately it destroys and drains our energy. And so I relate this back to what I was told as a kid, I want never gets. And I think, in a way, I hated it as a child, but I understand it now as an adult. Is that we shouldn't be relying on just wanting things immediately, because then if we don't get it, what do we revert to? We revert to the drink, the food, the cocaine, the Monster Energy drinks, the sugar, the things that, the TV, the porn, the gambling, the immediately gratifying stuff, because then if we can't get what we want, now we'll replace that with a behavior that gives us what we want quickly. Understanding that one of the great things that you can learn to do if you really want real results in your life is to delay gratification. There's so much power in that, delaying gratification rather than being so fixed on getting what you want now. wait a little bit, put in the work, and what you want will happen when you change your behavior. So if you like what you've just seen and you'd like to download a free copy of my audiobook, How to Stop Overthinking, then head over to overthinkingaudio.com now to grab your free copy to listen to straight away.